everybody. Steve again. I got some sad news. None of you hit the Powerball. The jackpot was $758.7 million dollars. As if the $758 million dollars wasn't enough, they also got an additional $700,000. I think it was one ticket that won, and that's just fucking bonkers. I can't imagine what I would do with $758 million. I don't know if I would do the lump sum. I was reading an interesting story about what happens with the lump sum, and there is actually cost of living, which is ironic that the lottery gives you a 5%, I guess, per payout cost of living increase every year you get paid, which is ironic because you don't get that in your job or your pensions or your anything else. Anything that offers you some sort of normal financial stability doesn't provide you an additional 5%. I don't know about you, but most people I know aren't getting 5% a year raises. They used to, but that kind of stopped. Now you got to hustle, have to have a side gig. You have to, like for me, I'm a stripper. It's one of those things that's a lot of money, and it's so much money to think that none of that is going to a school system. None of it. When they brag about those billions of dollars that they gave to the school system, if you take a look at, I believe it was 2020 that did a special on it, and I'll try to find it. I'll throw a link below about where that lotto money goes, and it's really legalized gambling, which in this case I'm totally okay with. Because I'd like to know who won. I really would. I have a proposition for them. Pool boy, I don't know. IT guy, I could cable. I could do a lot of things for you. Personal photographer, I'll go around capturing dumb stuff for you so you don't have to walk around with a stupid selfie stick. Those are the things that I offer you. Anyways, take it or leave it. But yeah, $758.7 million dollars is a lot of money. And the things that I would do with that are pretty incredible. If I did take the lump sum, which is still like $448 million, something bonkers like that, that's a lot of money. And that's what the article was saying, was that you lose out on that 5% per year. I don't know. After $448 million, I think the 5% per year is kind of increase, or additional payout is arbitrary, and it's kind of a just that's just too much money. That's crazy. I would hope that the person that takes that donates that 5% to an actual cause, a real 501c nonprofit that really does help people, not one of these scam artists, like United Way and all that. Not that they're totally scam, but most of them, if you look at the profit margins and how much the employees are getting paid, the numbers are outlandish, where most of the money gets wrapped up in administrative fees, and nobody actually benefits from the money that we keep donating to them. The CEO of these companies, they make $1 million, $2 million, $3 million a year for a nonprofit. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant scam. I'm sad that I didn't jump on that bandwagon years ago and create one, like for disparaged men who walk around in thongs. I think that us as a society, disparaged men who walk around in thongs, deserve the respect that other people get walking around in thongs. Sure, we get made fun of, but that's not the point. The point is this, is the money that you usually donate at the cash register. Would you like to donate $1 to the Feed the Children Fund? No, I don't, because I know that money's not going to those kids. I don't know anything about your charity. I don't. I don't want to sit down. I need a pamphlet. I want to meet the local orchestrator of this. I want to make sure that they have another job where the money that I give them goes to those kids, not to you and to feed your family and to help you keep a job, because that defeats the purpose of the fundraiser. It defeats the purpose of raising money for these people, because all of that money gets wrapped up in administrative crap and corporate payouts and advertisements, which is crazy. It's crazy to think we give so much billions and billions of dollars a year to these nonprofits, and then none of the money goes to those people. So I stopped doing that a while ago. I only give to things that I can verify that I know are going in the right place. And where's my hat again? It's never on straight. I'm starting to blame the logos. I think the logos they're off. I don't think it's my lopsided head. So Anyways, someone is now $758.7 million richer, and none of you are. You're all still the same bum you were yesterday when you played, and you can wipe the tears and get a good night's sleep and dreaming about the crap you would have bought. I know I am. That's crazy. But I wish them luck. I hope they don't end up like some of those other people, like getting their arms cut off or whatever. Um, the people that win these big lotto jackpots and then end up crashing and burning miserably. I don't wish that on anybody. I don't think anybody should. I think it sucks because it makes you scared to win. Because then when you win, you know everybody's out to get you, and it's like a piranha. And I think that kind of just ruins the purpose of it. Like the time that lady in Florida that won like $500 million playing at a Publix, my favorite supermarket of all time. Uh, it was crazy to see her win, and I hope that she disappeared in anonymity and just people left her alone, and she gave that money to her family and friends and donated to her bridge club or whatever the hell she wanted to, because a lot of those people just get scammed out of it. Their family, cousins come out of the woodwork. Oh, hey, remember me when we were kids? No, I don't, man. Who the hell are you? Why is there a goiter? What's happening here? It's one of those things that it's a double-edged sword, and I hope that that money does go to something good. I hope that those people do something with it. Not that they're supposed to, not that they're obligated to. That's whatever. But if it was me, I know I would try to do something to better my people, to better the community at large. Kids that I knew that grew up and got screwed up in the head like I did from ridiculous family scenarios. I would love to set up something to help people like that. So, anyways, um, I just wanted to give you a heads up that you can cry yourselves now to sleep and play again next week. Maybe you'll win a smaller jackpot. The odds would be a lot better for you. Right now, I think anybody who played yesterday and the last time, your odds were like one in hundreds of millions of chances. It's insane how many, because of how many tickets were sold. So it would be really hard for you to win. Damn near impossible. But somebody won. There has to be a winner. So, the mathematical probability of you winning is super low, really low, and me winning probably even lower because I just don't have any luck. I have no luck. I everything that I do just turns to rubble. So I only hope that this was cool, and I hope it got more people interested. And if we have to deal with legalized gambling in the form of the lottery in all these states, then I do hope that more of that money really goes to help these schools, because it's ironic that that jackpot for $758 million went to someone, and all the money that they raised in that process still hasn't improved the school systems in any of the states that you play that in. And look it up. I'm not making this up. Look it up and see how much money from the local state lotto goes to the schools that create and build schools, because any of the local teachers that will tell you that they don't have any money, that the pay raises aren't there, that you definitely don't become a teacher for the money. The schools don't have supplies. A lot of the schools are in ruins. Classes are just busting at the seams with too many students, and it's still a pay-to-play system. Even though there's money earmarked for them, it just doesn't happen. So that kind of sucks. And again, I'll find links to validate my argument and put that below, so you can see what I'm talking about. I won't get into detail because that's a long, drawn-out story and argument that I've had online with plenty of people. Not even argument. I think we all kind of agreed the same thing. It's a big scam. So it wasn't even an argument. It was more so like, man, this sucks, because these kids are growing up in the kids that are in communities that don't generate a lot of local tax revenue. Their public school system sucks. Their education suffers from it. And then what happens is we have these kids that have crappy educations graduating, and they just don't have the same tools that a kid in a better neighborhood with more tax revenue has. The playing field isn't leveled. And I think that the purpose of the jackpot, or the lottery in general, was to do that. At least that's what they bill it as, and it never happens. So I think that we are in a, how do you say, I think that we are in an interesting time period where these lotto jackpots are near $1 billion. You know, like when they climb up there and it keeps rolling over, that's a lot of money. And I only wish that in such short period amount of time we could raise that much money. How about we just earmark that money, some of it at least, the money that's supposed to be going to the schools, and actually moderate that, like where it's instantaneously going to the local school. Like if I buy a ticket from the local bodega or the store or whatever place, and I paid for a lotto ticket, that part of the money when it goes to the lot, it just automatically goes to the school. It has to jump through all of these hoops, and then at some point they cut a check that only goes to something, and then it has to be approved, I guess. And there's just so much nonsense. It's such a sham, and I only wish that that money actually went to the kids. I think it would make people like me a little more okay with playing the lotto. But most people don't give a damn about that, and I understand why, because we all just want to win some money. I think we're all in the same scenario. Now that we're adults, we ain't kids. A lot of us that don't have kids don't give a shit. And I get it. But that's not benefiting society at all. So, I don't know. I hope that that changes at some point. I hope that we do make a difference with any of that. That would be amazing. But I don't know. I'm kind of sad. I didn't win. I planned on spoiling the shit out of my girlfriend. Um, it's I planned on doing a lot of things with that money, and now that I haven't won, go back to my medial life of hustling on a street corner. Sucks. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to discuss this topic, definitely or read any of the links below. Nerd it out with me, that's fine. Comment, like, share it, throw it on your Facebook page. Let's laugh about it. If you have any corrections for me as far as the data that I put out there, but put it down there. I'm all about an exchange of information. I'm not some asshole that thinks he knows everything, because information is now subjective too, which is crazy. It's batshit crazy that the information we get, because the sources change, and whoever gave it and whoever did the research could be biased because they're making a profit off of it, so they could contour that. And so we have to think about that. So we have to cite multiple sources. It's college 101. So, but again, like, subscribe. Tell me if you like these video series. If you got a topic you want me to cover, something funny, something fucking hilarious, something dumb. I also have a new series coming too. What really grinds my gears, because I could rant about stuff that pisses me off all day long, and I'm gonna get to that. So I'll see you guys soon.